What's up, everybody? Hey there, Cat King, back at it again with part three of my deep dive into the build of the Glass Stars universe, the transmedia universe, which for me is going to be comprised of an AR walkthrough scavenger hunt experience, as well as a web portal, which is a gamified tour of the Glass Stars universe with the characters, as well as like sort of the set and the sort of campaign to bring awareness to the plight of veterans with treatment-resistant schizophrenia, which is what I've been dealing with now for over half my adult life. I'm 35 now, and if you have been following along so far, you know that I am on a crusade against a misrepresentation of this illness in the media, especially in the entertainment industry, and even the indie film industry is guilty. So, sort of on a crusade to counter all of those harmful stereotypes and harmful narratives, especially movies like Spiral, movies like Split. Wow. Split. So, if you haven't been following along, you don't know who I am. My name is Kat King. I'm an Army veteran who battles treatment-resistant schizophrenia. I hear, touch, taste, smell, and feel things that other people don't pretty much constantly, all day long, every day. But I've been dealing with it for over half my life. That's 15 years. I'm 35 now. And for so many years, I have been watching sci-fi and horror, but none of it is showing like my lived experience. None of it's really doing me justice. So I decided that as a writer myself, a lifelong writer and entertainer myself, but who somebody who has struggled to actually really make it in the industry because of my illness, I'm actually at a point now at 35 where I feel like this is the best it might ever get. The ketamine was the best treatment that I've ever received so far, and even though I'm not on it now, I still benefit from its effects even to this day, even though it's been a few months now, almost a month and a half since I've been unable to take it because of the barrier of the cost. I don't have a psychiatrist or a therapist right now. Currently, I'm looking for them. I'm trying to get, I have Medicaid, but I'm trying to take care of all that right now. So today, if you're here and you've not seen this before at all, nothing to do with Cat King or Glass Stars or schizophrenia, I want to welcome you aboard. You're actually coming into the latter portion of a long form video that I'm shooting to try to sort of cover the entire Glass Stars transmedia project because it's a story that turned into a script that won a bunch of awards, but then I went ahead and actually adapted it into a full length like trilogy of novels. So if you're brand new to Glass Stars, you're coming in at probably the most exciting part a time for this franchise, this burgeoning franchise, I'm calling it. There's books that you can read. There's a whole YouTube channel here of content for you to explore to get to know me as the creator of that project. That's that franchise. Glass Stars is for everybody. It's really designed to bring people of all walks of life, gay, straight, together, Christian, non-Christian, religious, irreligious. I want it to be a focal point for discourse and for really bringing people together who wouldn't otherwise normally come together, just like I am doing with the cast and the crew behind the series. So the Hot Shot podcast is designed to be the central, media focal point for all things to do with Glass Stars as a film and media like project. And so the Hot Shop will feature interviews with the cast and crew. It will feature interviews with glass workers and glass blowers because, of course, glass is a huge central sort of metaphor, analogy. There's a lot of that going on here. Obviously, it's very apropos that we would have glass workers and glass blowers on to sort of talk about some of that aspect of the series and how glass plays into the series literally. And then, yeah, we also have folks from all walks of life, people with schizophrenia, people, veterans, people who are here to just kind of share their feelings about singularity, transhumanism. We'll have lots of conversations about the actual table reading event after it happens, of course. But yeah, the Hot Shop is basically here to like sort of bring awareness to schizophrenia and to schizophrenia in the media, but through the story engine of Glass Stars. So this is really a process sort of channel or podcast where I'm kind of showing my process from beginning to end. I don't want to leave any stone unturned. I want people to see transparently like who I am and what I'm about from beginning to end, that the person I was at my core, before my schizophrenia, is still who I am, yet just on my better self as a mature 35-year-old, not as a 19-year-old struggling with psychosis and not understanding that I really did need real help. And so I did cause a lot of damage. I have videos on my channel that talk a lot about my actual true to life, real lived experience. If you want videos like shorts that are simulations of my auditory hallucinations, I would invite you to check out my playlist. I think it's entitled Schizophrenia Simulations and POVs or something like that. So I would check that out. I also have a whole ADHD playlist because I had ADHD undiagnosed my whole life, and now my schizophrenia just kind of makes it worse. So I have a whole playlist dedicated to sort of like the ADHD chronicles, struggles with my ADHD because schizophrenia makes it so much worse. It can be kind of amusing, but can also be very frustrating, and it can bring a lot of disorder to my life, hence the word disorder. So even though I am considered neurodivergent because of my hyperlexia, Lily Rhodes, the main protagonist of schizophrenia in Glass Stars, also is hyperlexic, and so that features in Glass Stars very heavily, that aspect of her character. And it's a plot point. It is a plot device, but it is inspired by someone's real life experience with schizophrenia. So this is all about this project, the Hot Shop and Glass Stars in general, is really designed to sort of challenge your perception of what a person with schizophrenia looks like, sounds like, is capable of doing. And also, it is sort of giving you a window into my world, really my perception of reality and how I experience it as somebody who has hyperlexia, but who also has dyspraxia on top of all of these other things. So, kind of what it's about. Back to the where I'm at now, where we're getting back to currently. I'm going to share my screen back with you again. Here we go. And we're back at it here. You can see I'm on. There we go. Back at ChatGPT. So I just use if you're new to this podcast or you're new to my channel, you know that you don't know that I use ChatGPT to brainstorm and outline things. I don't just copy and paste anything I get. I was trained on ChatGPT. I have like 60 certifications, and five of them are just on ChatGPT, and then another 10 of them are on AI and ethical use of it and all of that. And so what I'm trying to do is really show what ethical use could look like, and it could be. Um, so yeah, here, I need to put this in here. There we go. We're ready to go. I'm already on scene 4. So I can see I'm sort of building this web experience, this portal. It's an interactive tour of the Glass Stars universe. You become the story by choosing, how to enter the universe, and then you will follow along the characters and they'll kind of guide you along the way. And you have to ultimately decide whether or not to join the slags or the cullets, the white hats or the black hats, to either save the shard and they simulate the Earth 2 simulation or to bring it down. And then, you'll kind of like there is an ending to this. And so yes, there is a whole, like, it's kind of like the nuts and bolts of the Glass Stars universe with a beginning and a middle and end in a narrative format that you get to follow along and learn about the entire world and the characters through. And then you get to also participate in it along the way. So that's kind of what Glassdoor's Homecoming, the Welcome to Subterra experience is about. And this will be in a form of a website where you'll be able to just log right on and start picking it up right away. Like, it's going to prompt you immediately. And I think I already showed in the last couple of parts. I'm filming this in 3 different parts because I have a Zoom's basic package right now, which is just you get a free 40 minutes. So I want to record in 40-minute increments. So I'm doing a 3-part series. And so, yeah, this is part 3. Welcome back. If you're coming back, you're watching the latest iteration being coded for me right now by Canva Code. If you're new, you're probably wondering, why aren't you using Canva AI? Canva Code sucks, blah, blah. Yeah, sure it does. But I have no money. This is all I got. So you can see my last payment failed. I is Pope. So I use what I have, use what I can, but I am not uploading any of my actors' likenesses into any of these systems and into any of these AI systems. I learned a very harsh lesson during one really bad night where I thought I had information saved, permission saved, but I didn't, and I really upset a few of my actors. I don't want to make that mistake again. This was in the past, very early on in the project. I was up late one night and I uploaded a picture of two of my actors into AI, and I made that mistake once, and I swore up and down I would never do that again. Just never, just always double check everything you're doing. I need to reality check more often. So that's what that failure taught me, was to check reality more often, double check, triple check your paperwork, have a trusted person like my partner or somebody on my team check to make sure that I had all the right permissions in place. I did not. I failed them. I don't want to make that mistake and lose the trust of my entire cast and crew. That's really, really sad that I'm even in a place where I even have to face that. So I went about the process of chartering a whole AI like ethical use policy. I signed it. I promised it. It's in every contract that I'm giving out to everybody. I'm signing it. Everybody else is signing it. So yeah, we're not using AI to generate any of the art or of the stuff that will be actually officially promoted. Anything that I generated for art in terms of art so far is just brainstorming for me to bring my ideas to life in a way that I could visualize. But they won't be used to actually promote the series, and there won't be any money generated from them. They were just brainstorming tools essentially that I'm sharing with you, the public, because I want you to see the behind the scenes process from start to finish. I want you to know where I am coming from as a creator with treatment-resistant schizophrenia, which impacts my ability to like focus and concentrate and bring tasks to completion. Um, okay, that's saved. Perfect. I'm just kind of waiting. To see how it's doing. I'm just excited to be able to have the ability to get started on things. It helps me to get ChatGPT and now Canva Code are helping me brainstorm and iterate and ideate and do all of these things. And even if I don't use this in the end, it's something to start with, and it's something that you can use to access these characters and this universe, which is extremely complex. And I'm simplifying it very much so, but it is complex. I just wanted to connect. So I like this. It's showing like the HUD is activated. It's showing us Jax's workshop. Yeah, so that's a good start. It's getting there. It's not quite what I want, but it's again giving us a visual to start with. And I think it I think it will, I don't know. I'm just really hopeful that people will be like, okay, this is cool. Cat can do this. Cat can do something. Cat can finish something she starts. I mean, this is really important to be able to do to prove that people with schizophrenia, even if they're struggling, are still capable of doing great things. And, it does take support. It does take teamwork to do anything. I learned that as a soldier. None of us is truly an island when it comes down to it. So yeah, it's a really interesting place to be in as a creator, as a disabled creator, because YouTube doesn't really support this kind of stuff. They have made it very difficult for people like me to really gain traction. I mean, I have 130,000, almost 130,000 lifetime views, and I only just started really using my YouTube channel actively 2 months ago, and I've had it since 2011. So that says something that since 2011, I haven't really done much on my channel. Have done much with my channel, but I also haven't done much with it in terms of haven't received a lot of attention. But all of a sudden now it's like the last 2 months, suddenly there's people listening and there's people watching and commenting. And yeah, there's lots of trolls. My live streams are a nerve-wracking nightmare because I can't look at the screen. I can't look at my screen at all because I see all, not just the trolls, but like I already have problems with being able to look directly into a camera. I have a hard time with being able to look at the screen for very long because of the nature of my illness. I see a lot of distortions and things, and it's very unsettling. It can make me even feel queasy. So I have a hard time with like eye contact with the camera, and that's why, because I'm hallucinating, you guys. I'm hallucinating all the time. And so like when I do this, it's because I'm trying to just make sure that I'm still being heard, like I'm still projecting sound waves loud enough for it to be heard, all of that stuff. So it's just a matter of just trying to make sure that people feel, you know, that I'm capable of doing something kind of cool. And if I can't finish it, at least it could inspire somebody else or motivate or resonate with somebody else who does have this skill set who wants to get involved with this. Because I want to democratize everything and I want to do all of this without putting ads on my stuff. I just want to make money from the books. The money from the books is going to pay for the series. So if you believe in the story, if you want to see the story come to life, I would say come to Glass Stars Live in January because it's our augmented reality enhanced table reading of this of the pilot script, which is adapted from the novels, right? And so, yeah, you want to be part of that. Shard Quest is that where you actually get to come in person and be like do the this web thing that I'm building right now. You be the story. You would do and be inside the story, inside of the theater. So it would be sort of like an escape room meets a scavenger hunt, and it's all based on the story and the characters. So yeah, if you are interested in that, come check out the Glass Stars Live event in January. Tickets are on sale now. We are slated to sell out. I can't believe I'm saying it. I keep stuttering and stammering getting to this news, but we have 600 people who've said they're coming, and we can only accommodate 200 people in the physical space. So that means someone's going to get left out. You gotta get your tickets now. I would recommend, I know we're 6 months out from the event, but we can only fit so many people in the theater. And we have room for 100 people on the live stream right now without having to bump, like pay to upgrade our webinar on Zoom so that we can fit more people on the live stream, which is essentially just the event live streamed to you at home, but it'll also have some special AR features that are specific to your experience as a home watching viewer. So yeah, I'd like to be able to spend extra money to be able to allow more people on the live stream so you don't have to come to Seattle if you're not already here. I mean, it would be a challenge to get here right in January, especially after the holidays and everyone is, all traveled out or just broke from the holidays, you know. Live stream tickets start at 35. The in-person tickets are 35. The VIP tickets are 65 and it includes first look access to the ShardQuest AR experience. And then you also get access to the after party at H Bar at Hyatt House after everything's over. I'll be demonstrating my Perceptor or Percept AR app, which is a reality support tool for people with schizophrenia. So I'm hoping that if you're into that kind of stuff, if you're a developer, if you're into XR, AR, any of that, this is an event you'd want to be at. If you're a mental health professional, if you're somebody with schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, any psychotic illness, and you want to speak at this event, I'm not charging people to speak at this event. If you're coming to speak, I'm going to put you up in a hotel room. I can't afford flights right now, but if I can raise money, if somebody wants to sponsor flights on behalf of the production team, that would be great. We really need like an angel investor or somebody who is deeply impacted by schizophrenia and wants to be a part of helping this story come to life and tell this story. Those kinds of people, we really want you here. But we also want people who have no idea about schizophrenia and have no prior like familiarity with the illness people who are just sci-fi fans and fans of cyberpunk or, Star Trek fans, Battlestar Galactica fans. If you're a fan of pretty much any Asimovian sci-fi, you'll like Glass Stars and you'll want to be at Glass Stars Live because it's just going to tickle that part of your brain. Let's see, how much time do I have? Let me go ahead back to sharing here. 20 minutes. Okay, sharing here. So let's go back to, can't go back. Okay, now let's go ahead. Okay, you can see that I'm just kind of building slowly. The thing about Canva Code is you can't just, I tried to do this master prompt thing and it just doesn't work. You really need to build piece by piece. You need to chunk it out, which is totally par for me. The need to chunk things down is actually good for my ADHD brain, but it allows me also the chance to really hone things in, sculpt, craft it, and also make sure that the lore and the story and the character elements of their personalities and things like that actually match. You're gonna get sort of a generic guess. It's best approximation of what it thinks you want. So the better you are at linguistically explaining what you want it to do and how you want it to act, that's really important to finding success with actually building something that works that people can use. Of course, you can see this is um, some things don't always work. I do like that we have like a vitals monitor up in the corner. It's coming together. It's getting there. Stop share. I'm gonna share, and also I need to make sure that we are. Yes, I love it. Okay. And I'm back. All right. I apologize. I'm still trying to like master this whole long form thing. I've been just kind of like throwing all these shorts up because it's so hard to stay on track, no matter how many outlines I do, no matter how many scripts or whatever. It all just kind of comes back down to I just need to feel and like speak from the heart, feel this out and speak from the heart and just be myself and just try to not try to stage any of this, not just everything needs to just be raw and real and unfiltered as much as possible. And so yeah, I truly believe in that wholeheartedly, which is why I'm not putting ads on my shorts. Like, no, the only reason to monetize is just to get money so that we can make this project come to life. All of this money is supposed to go toward making glass stars. And if glass stars can get made, then that money that we make from glass stars, I want it to pay for that app. I want to actually help people who like me. I want it to help, or I just want some actual difference to be made in the lives of people with schizophrenia. Like maybe a make a wish for schizophrenia, because there isn't one. And I want this to be the thing that changes the cultural perceptions of it, of schizophrenia, of psychosis, especially treatment resistant schizophrenia, which means no available treatments work to stop the voices. All right, so I like that it's thinking about ways to try to help the user navigate. It's adding those specific story elements. I like that. So yeah, we're making progress. Want to kind of navigate to a couple different websites while I have them up. This is my LinkedIn page. You can see where I have um, a link here to buy tickets for Glass Stars. I'm also going to scooch this down actually out of my way real quick. Open up my link tree, I should say. Link tree. And then, so this is my link tree. You can see that this is like a hub, central hub for all of my art. It'll take you to my YouTube. If you are interested in just chipping in, even a few bucks for coffee would keep me going, would be great. I really appreciate it. You can see, I got Venmo, I got PayPal. It's very easy to find me if you want to give me money. I made it super simple. Pretty much all the links that you need to support me are here. Here's my official.com website. You can see that I am just kind of keeping it updated with, you know, new stuff all the time, news, announcements. But you can also find out more about me here on my website directly, more autobiographical information. You can see that I've been working at a school that and teaching an immersive arts class. I've been piloting this immersive arts curriculum that I designed and developed. And coming along, you can kind of see these are some of the services that I provide. So if you're somebody who is trying to learn how to screenwrite, playwright, devise theater, narrative design for games or anything like that, you need any kind of writing, technical writing, or creative writing at all, that's my bread and butter. So I offer my services freelance. You can contact me for rates. You can also go back to my LinkedIn and book an appointment with me there from this book an appointment link. If you want tickets directly, you don't want to mess with the link tree, you don't want to try to find the link to the tickets, because when you go to the link tree, you have to kind of scroll down here to get tickets for it. But we also need money to make Last Stars Live happen. So if you want to specifically donate just to the live event, um, this is where you would do that right here. You can name your dollar amount. You can do a monthly donation. You can add a note. You can, I don't know, just this is where you would go to share. Also, if you want to share this out, you don't have money right now to give, but you want to support by boosting the signal, you can hit that share button and it'll take you to a handy dandy short link to copy paste into your social media platform of choice. I don't understand why people can't see that the logic in taking out the trash, as in preemptively killing somebody or harming somebody who is schizophrenic because they are perceived to be a threat based on, again, media misrepresentations or certain extreme examples of this in our society that get sensationalized and blown up by the media. It's just, it's ridiculous. Yeah, so that's kind of a taste of the content I'm putting out there. It's really hard hitting. It's really direct to the audience. I'm saying, you and I are all responsible for one another. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all just trying to live and exist. And movies like Split make my life harder because I'm real. I actually do have schizophrenia, and I know people who actually have DID. And to conflate the two, to create this again, harmful stereotype that voices are always threatening and dangerous and that they'll lead people to kill. I mean, that is just really off the mark. People with schizophrenia are 10 to 14 times more likely to be victims of violence than they are to commit acts of violence. Now, I am an outlier. I have been violent, but I also am a military veteran. I've been through some trauma that plays a factor there. That definitely plays a factor. But I'm haven't been violent in several years. The ketamine and the therapy that I've had and the trauma-informed therapy, especially that I went through after my last episode of violence, really helped me a lot. And now I feel like I have the most control and the best handle on myself as I can, given my situation and my circumstances. So you can see here that my channel features three or four major podcasting sort of channels or sub-channels. And the first one is the Hot Shop, which is what you're watching now, which features behind the scenes stories and interviews regarding the Glass Stars series, the books, the whole shebang. And then you also got Mad, 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 which is kind of where I delve. It's a general creative writing lab type of podcast that talks about each of my books and stories. Um, I'm the only openly schizophrenic sci-fi horror author out there, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about it, talk about the process behind writing them, what each of my books is about, how I basically am a speculative fiction writer generally, but sci-fi is like my favorite genre, so I like to blend a lot of these genres together. There's a lot of crossover, sci-fi horror, sci-fi body horror, sci-fi fantasy, metaphysical fiction, speculative fiction. So Mad 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 is my space and place for talking about each of my works that I publish and kind of giving a little bit of a promotional blurb about what each one is about, but also the personal anecdotes and stories that help to inspire those books and also the science behind them, because I am somebody who greatly believes that science fiction should be grounded in science as much as possible. Because I am the person who needs to be grounded in as much reality as possible, I tend to come at it with a very grounded take. So if you're not into that lovey-dovey, touchy-feely stuff about identity and all of that, and you don't want to lean into that kind of science fiction, I totally get that. If you're more of the horror and spec fic person, like Black Mirror stuff, then you definitely want to read my newest book. It's called The Abyss Gazes Also. It's out now on Amazon paperback. It's been out on Gumroad in ebook format for some time now as part of a triad bundle that I have on Gumroad. That triad bundle features three of my body horror, sci-fi, spec fic novels, including The Abyss Gaze is also the newest one. Ripple, which is more of a sci-fi surrealist. It's like My Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It's location based. It centers around the storied Zizix or Zizix exit marker of the 15 freeway in California. There's a lot of lore and a lot of intrigue around that place, and so I wrote a book about it. It's called Ripple. And that's part of the bundle that I'm talking about now. And then you also have uh, one other one other one that I can't think of for some reason right now. Can't think of it, but that's okay. I'll find it right now because I'm going to my Gumroad to show you. Oh, go me. All right. So this is the Gumroad site. This is where you can pick up the ebook copies of any of my books. This is This Sky We Could Not Keep. That's not considered. Oh, The Stars Began to Speak. That was the last one. Okay, so just as a sidebar, The Stars Began to Speak is my first full-length novel. Like all the Glass Stars novels are technically, I think they're considered novellas because of their length. Anything 40,000 words and under is considered novella, and then anything over that or around 50,000 words and up is considered a full-length novel. So, as a short fiction writer and a poet, I really struggled to complete anything longer than a few pages. So it took me a long time to be able to get to a place where I could say that I actually am a novelist. Oh. So yeah, so here's The Stars Began to Speak. Here's Glass Stars and Rebirth the twofer. I'm going to add extra B to it to create a three-fer bundle for you. But here's the body horror triad bundle. This features three of my sci-fi body horror crossover novels. You save a few bucks buying the bundle because each of them is $5.99, so three for $14.99 saves you a couple of dollars. And you can see here's the art. It's all there. Everything should be integrated and working. If you want to subscribe and kind of keep in touch with my releases and everything like that, I have a distro list for that. You can subscribe by entering your email address here. Here, I'll put one in to kind of start us off. You can see what you'll get. Now I've got about 5.5 minutes or so to go before I need to end this part. I promised myself I would only do 3 parts, so that's what I'm going to stick to. But you can see I have other sci-fi. Moonset is about the asteroid hitting the moon and then the moon eventually crashing into Earth. And that is actually based on a news report that came out about the asteroid, the city killer asteroid that they thought was going to hit Earth, but now is projected there is a small chance. However unlikely, there is a chance that it might hit the moon instead. So, yep. Here's the complete Glass Stars trilogy. You can get all 3 books right here in ebook format. You don't have to wait for me to add extra P on because I already did it. Oh my God, go me. I'm actually really proud of myself that I did this and I didn't have to promise you guys something that I couldn't deliver on. See, this is what I'm about. I'm trying to like not make promises I can't keep and then follow through and complete those loops as I go along. It's like cleaning up as you go along in the kitchen while you're baking. Here's another place where you can just hit me with some cash to keep me going. Starts at like 5.90, which is about the average going rate for a cup of coffee in Washington. Actually, going rate is a little more than that, but that'll do. Caffeine, contrary to popular belief, actually does keep ADHD brains focused. Mine does. Anyway, go back to Canva AI, see where we're at. So here we are in. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and add scene 5. Sure. Okay. Cool. So you can kind of see where we're going with this. I'm just kind of still working on. If you're just tuning in now, I just want to say thank you for being with me this far. 229 subscribers is a lot compared to the 38 that I started out with 2 months ago. And so that's a great milestone to be able to report out to you. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Keep telling your friends about me and this project and my channel. Tell people that schizophrenia is more than a horror trope and that people with schizophrenia deserve to be seen and heard. And if you agree with that, then subscribing is a good way of showing me that you're out there, that people like you do see people like me, and that we are um, worthy of being heard and seen. Our stories do matter. And creating a sci-fi series or a sci-fi franchise around the idea that a person with schizophrenia could actually save humanity, that is bold. And so it's never been done before. And now I hope, I guess I will be the first person to really try it out. I'm gonna let this keep going on its merry way with what it's doing here, trying to code out this web experience portal. I'll let you guys know when it's up. You'll be the first to know because I'll be posting a teaser or trailer or something promotional for it very soon. And I will be inviting you to come and play around with it and check it out. And again, tickets for Glass Stars Live are on sale right now here over here at Eventbrite. Glass Stars Live eventbrite.com. Boom. I'll show you the Eventbrite page. This is where you can go right now to buy tickets. If we can sell out the physical seats, I will bump up the web viewing capacity so that people who want to live stream it from home, we are capped at 100 right now, but I want to be able to open it up to like 3 or 5 or even 1,000 people if possible. And with 600 RSVPs, it looks like we really do have a demand for it. So get your tickets now. You can check this out. There's a couple of teasers and trailers and things like that that kind of give you a sense of the event, what it's about, and what's going to happen. You can get your tickets right now on sale. Click, 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 get them tickets right here. You can see there's a little bit of a discount going on right now for VIP. It's a huge discount, actually. It's a huge discount. And the live stream access starts at $39.19. If you want a code for a discount on that, just hit me up. I got codes. Hit me up. That's all for now. Make sure to tune into the next Hot Shop episode. We'll have Maynard on soon, and I'm excited for you to meet Maynard, who plays Jax. So, yes, stay tuned and see you at the next Hot Shop.